Hello, my name is Shirley and welcome back for another episode of Ep5 as Prussia. In previous episode we started our war against Austria for the leadership for the unification, and we got Britain to help us, which is doing a lot of the heavy lifting in this current fighting. We do have well, some of the smaller nations have already bowed out of the war. There's still a couple of them around, but a lot of them haven't actually sent their troops to the front line at all. So it's mostly just, at this point, on the front line, just us and the British. Well, actually, no, there's a few different... Okay, yeah, no, there's still a decent bit of armies in there. So I was not exactly telling the truth there, then, I suppose. We are making a little bit money, although, well, actually, we are still constructing things as well. We do have very high taxes, though, which is something that I wouldn't mind dropping as soon as the war is done. But, of course, the military is a bit on the expensive side, so we can't really do that. We do also have the... well... we've got room for another company, but the problem is that we don't actually have the buildings to give the company yet. Oh, right, and you know what? Yeah, you can get the military assistance. If it helps a little bit of our friends, then that's fine. Okay, we might lose a little bit of control of Bohemia, but I suspect that we are still, slowly but surely, we are defeating a lot of the enemy troops in here. Like, if we have a look at, actually, we can see the manpower in here, so we still have a small advantage, about 17,000 men. Compared to theirs. Oh, is this one... no, this is our side attacking again. We got a little bit of troops of our own as well. The enemy's got a fairly good defense in there, so we probably won't be defeating them in this battle either. We're at least getting a whole lot of convoys. Oh, right. Did we have the... yeah, we were trying to do the landings down here south, weren't we? And that one is going actually rather well. We might be able to take the Austria and Montenegro. We already control 50%, so we need another 2 victories there. Business, we got a fairly good troops, although not a lot of them, but fairly good troops nonetheless. Better than their defense is, so we are probably able to win the landing in here. Then the next question is, will we send enough troops to actually start pushing forward? Or will the Austrians start pulling a lot of their troops from elsewhere, and then that will open up the route? Oh. Ah, right, Hamburg, we can probably absorb your... obligation. That's going to improve our relations even further. It's already 85, that should be pretty good. But again, once we can win this war against Austria, we will be taking the German leadership. We can form the North German Federation. Or, yeah, Federation. And then after that, Austria should be probably willing to support our calls for the unifying Germany. Thus, we might be able to then form Germany pretty soon afterwards. Hey, there we go, invasion was successful. So is this one, I suppose that could start advancing. Do we have another army that could maybe send in there? Most of my troops, oh, are we actually, we're defending in here, we've got a plunder, oh dear. Well that's not good. Manpower-wise, we're not losing too much here. If we can get rid of the plunder, we should be fine, I think. Don't get like dug in or something like that, that'd be very nice. But we're currently researching the realism. After that, we'll get the shell gun, so we can get artillery a little bit, or more artillery pieces produced faster. I suppose what I could do, the peasant process is already spreading, we don't actually need to focus on that one. The water tube boiler would be quite nice for the extra mining. Of course, crystal flask would be quite nice. I think we're gonna go with the water tube boiler, though. Do that one up. Oh, there's a whole lot of battles in here. Okay. Which ones are we... we're defending in 2. We are the attacker on 2. Well, I don't know if our troops are in all of these, but our side is attacking in 2 of those battles. So we lost a decent chunk of Bohemia already. We are fighting down here in the south, and we're actually doing pretty good now. Oh, surprise maneuver. Oh, brilliant. So that might force them to bring in more troops into the southern front line. And we're trying to, of course, get towards Vienna, but that's easier said than done. I could actually... no, all my troops are just defending. Okay, fair enough. At this point, and... oh, we're actually going to win at least one of the attacks. That's honestly a surprise. Definitely a welcome. Okay, we're also going to lose one. And then our defense over here, we are winning. Quite nicely indeed. But in the meanwhile, building some food industries. What are we doing with the... we don't have a lot of authority to use on the movements. Let's see. Peasant movement has a lot of support. So that is something that we might be... well, I suppose we probably won't be able to do much about it right now. We do have the censorship. I wouldn't mind pushing for the right of assembly, but that might cause some issues. We kind of want to keep the armed forces very happy right now to get the 10% offense and defense, because that will make a massive difference in the fighting. There we go. We are also... So it's the Dalmatia. We already got 26% of that under our control. Good. Realism is about to be completed. We can then go ahead and increase the fine art production a little bit further. Oh, are we going to win this? Maybe not. Oh, there's the realism. Let's go ahead and switch the art academies for this. Realistic art, that's going to require a bit more paper, but it's not too bad. A bit more fine art is available, and we could probably go for... If we go independent artists, that would be increasing the profit a bit further. That would also mean more academics instead of clerks, which is probably fine. Yeah, we can go with that. We could also go for secular academia, so less clergymen. So the church will lose some power, but that's actually not the worst idea. Oh, we're making a lot of money right now. Okay, that's would that be enough to maybe lower the taxes? Just about. That would be maybe then improve our legitimacy. Also reduce the required or minimum expected standard of living. I think we are going to actually do that. There we go. So that might help a little bit. We're losing a little bit of cash now, but it's not too bad. It looks like the battles over here in the southern front are... Oh, we lost another of our allies. Our side is attacking. We are probably winning this battle, actually. Or at least it's going to be a very close one. Also, we got the... if we have a look at the journal entry, so there's the... patronized realistic cards, so we need to have... right, they just don't have the degree of employment. Oh, and we lost another one of our allies. Does that mean that... hold on a minute, Hesse? We can now probably stop your military access. Oh, right, we can't break that quite yet. We sank another few convoys, and we might be winning Dalmatia now. There's still a bit of combat in there. I might go ahead and send in the other small army down in the southern front as well. To help a bit of defense in there. And we've got still plenty of troops on the main front line in here. So I don't think we're going to have a problem. But that's going to allow us to then, if they do start sending more troops in here... Ooh, drought. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. Is there anyone... Actually, let's have a look. Diplomatic actions... The military assistance, I don't know, actually. Not listing it in here as an action to cancel the things. Okay, so that's unfortunate. Actually, I'm not entirely sure if we will be able to. Like, it might automatically cancel the things, but we did win the battle in here. Well done. That's actually really good. That's going to give us a bit more Bohemia. Of course, we are getting more ground down here in the south. That's going to be another victory, so I believe we'll then have both of these states fully occupied. Yeah, there we go. And we're getting some reinforcements in here. That's going to allow us to then just hold the ground a bit further. We could maybe switch around which army is attacking every now and then. Oh, it looks like the... Oh, can we... Oh, they would take the peace deal now. Okay. No point fighting if we can get the peace. There we are. And North German Federation completed. With Prussia now seen as the sole realistic option for German unification, many northern German states have opted to join our banner. Hopes are high that this will soon lead to a federation of all the Germanies. Let's see, so we become... Yeah, so both of these are going to become the North German Federation. I'm going to take the extra influence right now, for a brief while. Although, there we go. That's more like it. There we are. So now with the North German Federation, we did get a lot more states in here, so I may need to go through and check on the production methods. There we go, I think... Oh, wait, no, there's still a few more down here. There we go, now we've done all of it. And we're getting a whole lot of money, so I'm going to go ahead and drop the taxes, at least to medium taxes. We can probably reduce the army maintenance a little bit further and get the government wages back into order. And now we can establish a company... Oh, right. We've got a whole lot of different options now. Now, none of these would be particularly prosperous. We are still building the food industry to get the... If we have a look at the attainable companies, there is the food industry one, which I believe is going to be improving... Oh, there would be also the paper mill. That would be more bureaucracy. That might be needed. But yeah, so there is the food industry one that increases the birth rate. I remember correctly. Yeah, there's a 5% boost there. And that would be profitable. We do not have the buildings. We currently have 1 level. We're also missing quite a bit of bureaucracy currently, so there's a bit of tax waste going on. That might be something we'll need to figure out. Oh, right, and also, let's have a look at the nation forming. So, Germany. We don't have a lot of supporters yet. But I suppose what I can do at this point, I can go ahead and start improving relations with Austria, so they won't be quite as upset with us. And I suppose we can then start working on that a bit further. That might take a while before it's going to be bearing fruit. We'd also need to probably just queue up a whole lot of administration centers. Let's get that underway, shall we? I suppose we're going to have... Okay, Silesia doesn't have a lot of infrastructure right now. Saxony also doesn't have a lot of infrastructure available. So looking at the things that have negative tax value, but I suppose we'll queue up 1 on each. We'll also start building up a bit more of the railways then, I suppose. Did we start building one up here already? No. I did say that I wanted to build, like, continuous rail from Westphalia, the way we started producing the engines. Which will probably need a lot more, mind you, but that's starting to make a lot of profit now. Are we paying any subsidies? We are. What are we paying that for? Munitions plant, okay. We don't necessarily need to have the subsidies for that any further. That's going to save us a bit of money, so we're not losing too much. We are currently still losing a bit of course, once we get the bureaucracy sorted out. That is the primary reason why we're losing money currently. We'll form the company as soon as... Well, once we got the food interest down, we'll do that. Well, there's already 2 railways underway. There's Silesia's getting 1, Mecklenburg's getting 1. Alright then. If you want peace... Harmful situation, more hardline foreign policy towards Schleswig due to our poor relations. Sure, I guess. Trade unions are pretty upset. Rural folk are quite upset, so that's part of the reason why we don't have a lot of... authority. I'm gonna also go ahead and just put in another consumption tax, maybe the porcelain will do. And we got a whole lot. Oh right, we got a lot of new fleets, didn't we? And armies. Okay, so this one pretty small. We can probably transfer at least some of this to some other armies. Let's say, for example, the first army. Transfer all of that in there. And then we got the 6th army. Or did we all remove this one? Oh, regardless. Oh, right, I think we did. But of course, it's not instant. Never mind. Right, let's close that one then. Get him moving, and let's have a look. So we've got several armies in here. We've got the extra fleet, which I suppose we could go ahead and transfer to the Royal Fleet. Could be another 3 frigates. That's good. Oh, right, also, I suppose I should probably move the fleet back to the HQ in there. Right. So despite losing a little bit of money, we'll be probably out of this soon enough. How's our relation with Austria? They're probably pretty horrendous. They could be worse, but they're currently damaging relations and they got rivalry and all that, so it's probably not going to go much better currently. But hey, we managed to form an Austrian Federation fairly quickly, so that's good. Our standard of living is not great. We've got a GDP of 21 million now, so we're number 6 in... Actually, let's have a look at the literature for a moment. In terms of prestige, we are number... Well, we're number 4 because Jing doesn't count. So, well, technically we're number 5, but yeah, we're number 4 great power. In GDP, there's also... is India that is ahead of us in there. Standard of living, we're pretty far down the list. Currently, population-wise, we're in the top 10, which is quite handy. How long until the food industries are done? It's still going to take a while, isn't it? We'll just build these 5 so we can give that to the food company. That'll probably help. And Silesia getting the infrastructure in here will definitely help. At least get the market access good once more. Oh, right, we probably have a ton of trade routes that we don't need anymore. That we inherited from all of those nations. That's probably going to save us at least a little bit. Well, the deficit is still pretty massive, but I suppose it did reduce the deficit a tiny bit there. And we still got some problems with standard of living, although I'm sure that things are getting better. We've also got the 5th army, which... Oh, that is a massive army. Okay, well, I suppose what I can do is I can just get a leader for this. Offensive planner, I think we'll take one of those. Give this a promotion. And then we'll get another one. Morale damage, that's not necessarily great. I'll take the pillager over here from Royal Folk. There we go, so that's now another army sorted out. At least partially. Is that? No, they need to... Right, we need to promote both of these, actually. There's a pretty large army, though. I suppose I could have shifted some of the troops away to other armies and be fine. So, literary rate is still over 50%, which is quite nice. Standard of living isn't all that great. But yeah, we're definitely increasing in capacity, or in size and all that. What does Hanover provide? Okay, there's a bit of iron, logging camps, fishing wharves. And then Elder, we've got some artillery foundries in there. Which actually, to save up some money, I suppose, I could do some privatization. Where I can recover some of the money. And then the private sector will become a bit more powerful. It's got quite a bit of money stockpiled in there. Well, it's actually not that much. It's less than 500,000. Well, it probably will be increasing soon enough anyway. Oh, right, we've got 2 mandates. Oh, we can invite someone into the... Oh, Netherlands. Sure. Which means that I think their vassals will also join, which means that our market will be getting a lot better stuff in there. Let's have a look. So we need oil, drastically. We need a lot of furniture. We need steel. We need clothing. Fertilizers. Clippers. We, of course, need some tools and all that. What do we not need? Tea, sugar. Lots and lots of sugar. We do have a lot of dyes now as well, thanks to the judge being in the market. So that is actually quite handy. Right, and now we've got 3 mandates. I suppose what I can do is have a look at... So we can basically switch directly to the external trade if need be. Which might not be a terrible idea, since there's not that many nations in the market any further. There's still a few. But does that would reduce the infrastructure, so I think we're just going to hold on to the one that we have currently. We don't actually need to be switching around. I think we'll just hold on to that. We're getting another food industry soon. It'll be quite handy. Oh, that is a lot of money lost, though. But that may have been some of the tariffs that we had going. I suppose we don't need those 2 right now, or this one. Save up a little bit more. Institutions are starting to be a bit expensive by the looks of it. We could still increase the law enforcement even higher, but of course we don't have the bureaucracy for that. We don't have really bureaucracy for anything currently, let's be honest. Ooh, the health system, the charity hospitals would be useful to improve the population growth. We're not going to worry about that quite yet. Our relations with Austria are still going down. We could perhaps go ahead and start improving relations with Bavaria. Oh, wait, no, we can't do that. Oh, that's also Bavaria. Okay, Baden. Oh, no, we don't have the points for that. Never mind. I don't suppose we need to give the military assistance to our subject anymore. Oh, we still can't do that. Who else are we giving things? No, that's the only one. We've got trade agreement. Okay, actually, let's have a look. Is Hohenzollern someone... Oh, we got some more interest sent as well. I think we're going to put one in China, so that we can do a lot of trading in there. And then, let's see, we might put in maybe Senegal? So that we can access more of this area. So we do have our small colony growing in here. It's growing so slowly that it won't really make much of a difference. Like, we don't have the quinine yet is the problem. Which is actually something that perhaps we can go ahead and start researching for. So we'll get the pharmaceuticals and then quinine. So that's going to allow us to colonize in Africa a lot faster. And that is going to then open up a lot more doors for us. I'm going to go ahead and get at least one of these government administration buildings done sooner. Because that is a problem. Also, do we still have the road maintenance thing? Yeah, we got it in Brandenburg. I suppose we do kind of still need that in there. But I'm going to go ahead and move that temporarily to Silesia. To get the government administration built slightly sooner. Just to reduce the deficit that we have in here. Because we still have a lot of it. Oh, Bavaria supports us in the unification. We've got 3 supporters. Hohenzollern, Baden, and Bavaria. That is good. Then we need a few more, I suppose. Oh, we haven't reached the pan-nationalism yet, either. But if we can get Austria to support us, then there's not really going to be a whole lot of nations opposing our goal of uniting Germany here. I suppose we can quickly go on speed 5 once, while there's not really much happening here. So at least we can get the government administration building done. Because we do need that rather desperately. Ooh, and trade agreement with Britain. Oh, I actually do like that. Because we do make quite a bit of trade with them. So that actually means, let's have a look. For steel, there would be quite a bit of demand. Clothing. Let's see if there is a good productivity for the British market there. It's actually pretty decent. We'll buy some clothing from there. We can buy some steel from the... We didn't even buy from the Belgian market. Sure. Then some furniture. Nah, that's not really going to be worthwhile. Fertilizer, I mean, there's the Belgian market again. Which would be somewhat profitable. The British market, we can get a decent bit as well, so we'll buy from there. We know that that won't take any bureaucracy at any point, so that should be pretty decent. And the government administration building is still 10 weeks away. Let's quickly go on speed 5 again. The shell gun will be done fairly shortly, but yeah, we've got quite a deficit right now, so I'm going to go ahead and increase the taxes a bit further, just so that the deficit isn't quite as bad. And there's the shell gun. Let's go ahead and switch to the artillery foundries to use that. Use a bit more hardwood and iron, but it provides a lot more artillery, which should then keep the army maintenance relatively low. Because we do need to build a bit more artillery, but we've got already over 200 battalions, so that is honestly a pretty sizable army, I will say. And just 3 more weeks and we'll get some of the bureaucracy going. So we're currently wasting 31,000 in taxes. Mostly because of the lack of bureaucracy, mind you, but if we can get all of that sorted out, we'll be able to get rid of the deficit. There's a lot of standard of living dropping right now, which is not great. But we've got the bureaucracy, at least one of those built. Let's go ahead and build another one. We'll want to make sure that we're still building the food industry. So where is this one, actually? That is in Saxony. So let's move the road maintenance there. So at least the building that we're doing in Brandenburg, the food industries, are still going forward at least to some degree. So let's speed up the process again. Actually, do we still have the... Yeah, we've got the arms industries in here. I'm going to privatize those. Those might be purchased fairly quickly. I'm guessing some of them might actually be purchased by the Krupp. Not yet, at least. They do have 7 buildings. Westphalia... Oh, wait, no, that's in Ruhr. That's in Rhineland. Westphalia... Okay. So they haven't purchased that many things yet, but they might be expanding further and further. There we go. Down to 500 negative bureaucracy. That's still pretty bad. Let's be honest, but at least the things are looking better. I don't suppose there's more nations that we might be able to invite into the thing. Not really, no. Something like Belgium might not be a terrible idea, but although they are very unlikely to accept anything. At least for now. So we'll just let them be. But yeah, so we've got the Austrian Federation done. The colony down here is still quite tiny. They are still having some issues with, well, everything really. We do have a port in there, but that's not fully active. I suppose that at least gives us the market access, right? Yeah, it does. But the standard of living is rather poor. They are providing a bit of dice to the market at least, so that's nice. Are we paying a lot in... No subsidies right now. That's useful. Ooh, there's a Bessemer process. There we go. That's going to be a lot more steel, because we do need a lot more steel. So, let's go ahead and switch to that. That's going to be a lot more iron needed as well, but the amount of steel provided by that is pretty good. And if we can get the bureaucracy sorted out a bit further, we'll probably need to get a lot more government administration than what we currently have. Is there still states that are... Okay, so it's just Saxony that is having some other issues. We might need to build a second one in Saxony. Get that to level 4 at least. And we'll go ahead and queue that up as number 3 on the list right now. So we can at least get that food industry done. We do not currently really have the money to expand our construction even further unless we go ahead and increase the taxes to very high, which I'd rather not do quite yet. Can do attitude. Ooh. You know what, we'll pay. We don't want to anger the armed forces too much. We do not want to lose the 10% offense and defense. Oh, crystal class is spreading. Right, what do we get? So we got the Bessemer process. Now we're getting the water to boiler. And after that, we're going to work in the society, the quinine. And after that, we might want to continue on a little bit work on the military side of things. We'll get the logistics and triage. Maybe even the hydraulic cranes. Complete the tier 2 stuff in the military, at least. Then maybe in production we'll get the mechanized workshop. That's going to be quite handy. And then we'll maybe go even for the baking powder, because that's going to allow us to produce a lot more groceries, which are going to be probably our best bet on preventing famine to a larger degree. Now, we do have a lot of meat available in here. We did get the canneries already, right? Yeah, we did. Using a meat cannery, or canned meat over there. But we've still got a whole lot of meat available. Now, I suppose one other thing that we could do is, if we have a look at trade routes, okay, so that's not really profitable right now. These aren't really that profitable anymore. We've got a, oh, Hesse's got a bit of a market access issue. Same with Saxony. Let's go and build up a railway in here, that's probably going to help. Political migration. Radicals and political movements, we've got a lot of them right now. Radicals, that is. I'm going to take the hit on prestige to reduce the radicals. I mean, again, it might not have huge issues, partially because the standard of living is still drifting downward. And that's largely because we've got relatively high taxes. And a few other things, of course, but that is probably the primary thing, I would say. Of course, clothing prices are a bit on the high side. So we do want to get some more clothing production. Is there... I think we don't have any... No. The sewing machine is going to be something that we unlock with the mechanized workshop. That would be very useful to get the extra production for clothing. Oh, but we actually get some gold reserves now by selling the, probably the arms industries down here. Yes. And it's only the financial centers owning that. Well, fair enough, but at least with that gives us a bit more time. And I suppose that's also another thing that we could do. We could just sell some more of the government-owned buildings. Especially things like the rye farms. We probably don't want to hold on to those too much. We'll privatize those, as well as the livestock ranches. That also increases the production of stuff in there. Or the throughput bonus is improved by not having state-owned everything. Oh, and there we go. Petite bourgeoisie is now happy, so we got bureaucracy, so we're actually making 20,000 per week. We can reduce the taxes a little bit. We'll still have a small deficit, but that's going to then start improving situations already, because the minimum expected standard of living is now drifting downwards. Or, well, not really even drifting, it drops over pretty quickly there. So lower strata is not as upset anymore. That should start reducing the amount of radicals that we have and increasing loyalists at least a tiny bit. We still have a pretty bad legitimacy though, so could we perhaps reform the government a little bit? It wouldn't really do too much, but I suppose we could get the petty bourgeoisie in the government regardless. And then in laws, we could... We got the colonial resettlement, that's probably going to be good enough for now. The right house assembly would be okay, but there's not a huge amount of support for that. We've got already a decent taxation law, although we could try to get to the proportional taxation, but that might not go through. Land of voting does not have a lot of opposition, so we could actually go for that one. Get some more laws going, and I suppose that the power is going to start shifting at that point. Cool. I think we're going to go with that. The armed forces are still happy. The intelligentsia is very happy right now. And did we get the... No, we still haven't gotten the food industries all that much. We've got like... Oh no, we've got 2 of them already in here. Oh, that's good. We'll need a lot more iron though. In there. But oh, what's the harvest condition? Optimal sunlight. Well, that's very handy. So we are still needing a lot of clothing, iron, and tools. Which, let me just double check. The tools I am making with steel. Yes, I am. Okay, so we just need a lot more. But I do see that we are actually out of time with this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll show you the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.